Georgia has gone live again.
Hello. Hey, what's up, guys?
Good evening.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Good, good.
Yeah, how are you?
Is that an electric guitar in the background?
It is. It's part of something I'm
Do
trying
we have
out.
some sound effects now?
Yeah, it's part of something I'm trying out.
Awesome. I'm doing well, by the way.
Good, good, good. Yeah, if it's still a work in progress. So if it gets too loud or way too quiet, just let me know, and I can adjust it accordingly.
So, is there a plan after Avernus?
I don't know.
Yeah, Hazel was going to run an Eberron campaign, I believe, and I think
Yeah.
Michael wanted to switch
Michael
it.
wanted to run something as well, so I was like, well, if Michael wants to DM, I DM Acquisitions Incorporated already. I think I'm doing a Wednesday game as well.
I
So
think Michael suggested that we alternate it. You run your campaign one week, he runs his the next.
yeah, I'm fine with that too. I can
That'd
do
be a
an
fun way
Eberron
to do it.
campaign off week.
That does not matter to me.
Yeah, I just want to play with a group. I'd be okay running one campaign one week, on the next. Keeps it fresh.
Yeah, I could run something, but not on a Sunday. And once I get one of these groups cleared up that I already have. But yeah, if you need a player for after Avernus, let me know.
Yeah, I like this group we got. We got a good group here.
I know you got that morning game, but I can't make that one.
I figured it's just going to be like a short little, like maybe 5 or 6 week campaign.
Gotcha.
It's going to be super early because the guy who modded it over to Fantasy Grounds, he's going to play it, and he has shit to do Sundays except for early mornings.
Which campaign is that?
Scourge of the Nightingale. It's technically 3 different one shots.
Oh, that's one of Sean's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean's he ran Curse of Strahd that I played in, and now he's a player in the Dragon Heist campaign I've started.
Yeah, he plays in my Friday group too.
Sean's a great guy, really good guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. Damn, where is...
Does anybody know if there's any 4th edition adventures that have been converted over to 5th edition? I know there's a conversion sheet or PDF, but
I think I've seen people mention them on the forums, but I don't know if they're commercially available. I think people have done it for their
not
own
commercially.
groups.
Yeah, I always liked Shadow on the. What was it? Shadow on the. But it was a good adventure. It's the one that had Splug in it. Anybody know Splug?
I do not.
Splug's a famous goblin that shows up in a couple different adventures. Also, I think he's on Acquisitions Incorporated too.
Nice.
He is. He is in Acquisitions Incorporated. Poor guy. But you don't meet him until way later.
I just think he was in the show or something like that, right? He was
Yeah,
used as an NPC.
Yeah, he's used as an NPC. He is actually in the Ore of the Wanderer, which is the adventure that's put out in Acquisitions Incorporated book.
I've got the book, I just ain't read through it.
Yeah, where is Groslow and Jindorum? That is weird, because usually they would be here by now.
So we played in our Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign earlier, and we had a new guy join us, or say he was going to join us 5 weeks ago now. He hasn't turned up to a single session, not one.
Wow.
Time to replace.
Every week it's a different excuse, something else has happened, and like the DM saying, "Oh, it's really bad, this has happened," and now I'm just like rolling my eyes every time. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it's time to replace.
Well, it's not my campaign, so it's his call. But at the moment, he's keeping the slot open for him. I keep feeling even if he turns up one week, he's not going to be there the next.
Yeah, I got a guy like that in my Saturdays. And then they all make me want to just give them a TPK.
I can see it's just come on our local news thing that Kobe Bryant is indeed dead.
Damn.
Oh, wow. I couldn't have been of old age. I don't think he was that old.
41, died in a helicopter crash today.
Oh, wow. Not a big sports fan, but I know the name.
Yeah, I mean, basketball's not that big here, really, but we all knew who he was.
Well, I don't know about Jindorm or Exacto.
Also, hello, James. How are you?
Currently eating ice cream.
Ooh, I'm probably gonna get some cheesecake.
Fatty. You guys
Yeah,
are all
I got
fat.
cheesecake.
Fat.
It's like chocolate peanut butter swirl cheesecake too. It's freaking delicious.
I'm eating Australian macadamia and caramel ice cream.
Caramel.
Caramel and macadamia nuts.
Eh.
Bloody lovely.
Eh. Bloody lovely. Oh, is that bloody lovely? Shut up, one.
Shut up, Lulu.
Alright, so we give him, I guess we give him like 5 more minutes and then we will get going. Because I've not heard anything from them whatsoever this week, so who knows?
This would be a really hard week if we had two missiles.
I mean, you guys can play them.
So I ran my first session of Avernus last night. You want to hear my Lulu voice?
Yes.
Hey guys, I hope we can all be friends.
I am so glad I'm in this campaign and not that one.
How do you have Lulu already?
We skipped all of Baldur's Gate and put Water Deep because they just finished Water Deep Dragon Heist. So we just skipped all of Baldur's Gate and went straight into Avernus.
Nice.
So Lulu is basically Mr. Hanky from Star Wars.
Sure.
Star-
Yeah.
She don't talk much, but yeah, she does talk like that. Everybody laughs when it doesn't.
Howdy ho!
Yeah, no.
I like Chad's Lulu voice. It's very desperate and depressing.
Well, she's a sad girl.
Jinko, help me!
Chinko, don't do it for slobber chops.
Get him, slobber chops.
Oh, so then your
Nothing
party
like
doesn't
Jinko's best line yet.
get him slobber chops. All right, so I will release them if anybody wants to pick those two up.
When you start to talk, it's fine, but then you start to drown out a little bit there, DM.
Well,
It overwrites you towards the end.
Okay, so if I keep talking like this and then I stop, can you hear me?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, so I just hold push to talk a little bit longer then. That's no worries.
I mean, I could use you a little bit louder personally, but
I don't want to get too loud. Might get yelled at.
Did either Michael or Doran say they weren't coming tonight?
No, I didn't hear anything. Like, if someone skips out or misses out, they'll usually say something, so I don't know what's going on. But I released them both.
I need to take some painkillers.
I know Cleric better than I know Paladin, so I'll pick up Exacto.
Right, let me grab something really quick. Sorry, I forgot. Shut up. Copy is life. Shut up. What is? What you do with your specs? They're called glasses, you Brit.
What was that?
Victor said he has to go to get some painkillers and find what he did with his specs. They're called glasses. Speak proper English, damn it. Alright, so whenever you guys are situated with your characters and ready to go, just hit that button. Get out of here. Come on. Lulu. La-dee-da. Ziggy, get out of here. Come on. Psst. You're messing with me, dude. Oh wait, I can turn that down? No. That's still picking up. It is. Maybe not. Still figuring out voice meter, the banana version of the voice meter. So if anyone has ever used it, let me know. What, dude? What? I don't got nothing for you. You got a toy over here or something? No. You don't have no toys. What do you want? You just want some attention?
By the way, are these the actual Sirenscape sound packs for Avernus?
They are.
Wonderful.
Well, most of them. The one that you're hearing right now is, yes. Oh. Ah. That's a geek. Oh, my damn cat is like a love pig. He's so weird. But it's cool. James, what the hell, man?
The ice cream was too much.
I guess so. Maybe it's just like going through them. Hi, pig. Is that what you wanted? You want some attention? Huh? You just wanted a little bit of attention? Was that all? Hmm? Silly boy.
Oh, my Gendorum has logged on. Aha.
Hopefully.
I see him active on Discord.
I see him active on his cell phone on Discord.
Fair.
Maybe they were just too scared of getting killed. Oh, scusi.
Maybe they were like me and haven't woken up yet.
That is very true, because now he's not on anymore.
Well, I was having connection problems within the last hour. Maybe that's his issue too.
Hopefully. But you have Birmingham internet. I understand your pain.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
James.
Maybe he's lactose intolerant. He's just going right through them. you there, James?
I am here.
Cool. So whenever Oakhart is back, we will get going.
So I'm guessing they're not coming.
Well, I don't know. Like, Jindorm saw Jindorm log in for like 2 seconds on his cell phone, but he never said anything.
My guess is he's not awake yet.
This could be.
What time zone's in?
I believe he's American. America. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's American. That's my best country accent. Yeah, he's -5, so yeah, he's my time zone.
I'm pretty sure that he's American.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's American. Could be worse. You could live in Florida.
This is true.
Rude.
Or Sheffield.
Nothing wrong with Sheffield. You know what though, Chad? It could be worse. It could be from Birmingham.
Oh my god, stop. You sound no.
Yamoroisa, Chad.
Oh no.
You're right, Chad.
Good god. Yes, he's sounding like you.
Alright. Oakhart's back as well, by the way.
She threw a shoe. Anyways, okay, cool. Oakhart is back.
Oh, busting up.
Don't be throwing shoes at me.
Okay, so let's recap. You guys almost died to Elanthius, but good old Lulu, she was able to stop the onslaught. Made friends with him. It is that. Yeah, she's very. You should hear the kids. Anyways, so yeah, you made friends with Elanthius. He agreed to bring you to Bell to help figure out how to stop what's her name, Azariel.
We killed 4 CR9 giants.
Yes, you got to Bell. You made some friends. Jinko decided to ask Bell for some weapons, and he snapped his fingers, brought you guys some friends. You killed them. He told you to go see the Sybriacs. You went to see the Sybriacs, and the Sybriacs is wanting Victor to set him free. And then you guys got some information out of him on where those little adamantium rods are. Or, yeah, I think adamantium. Wait, no, that's fucking X-Men. What the hell are those rods called? Adamantine rods, sorry. Told you where those were and how to get there and put it onto your map.
It was a crashed spaceship or something. I can't remember what it was. Something that crashed.
Yes, it is a crashed flying fortress. And also, yeah, on your way to the Sybriacs, you went travel down the River Styx, and you pass underneath this gigantic flying fortress. And you guys tried to bluff your way, saying that you know you're friends with Zariel, yada yada. Well, the Sybriacs basically said, well, that's her flying fortress. She's on there right now. And you totally missed her. So, yes. But without further ado, there's no questions. Go ahead and get started.
I think we were in mid-conversation with this thing, right? Figuring out what we were gonna do.
I think it had just told us where the adamantine rods were and how to get there.
Do we agree to set it free to get that information? I can't remember.
We agreed to set it free, and then it gave us the information, and we were like, nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's been tortured by these Sherlock and Jank, I think.
Fred's Tavern.
But at the
that
same
is
time,
goal.
it's a pretty repulsive creature that we didn't really feel a lot of empathy for, from what I remember.
Oh, he's a cute boy.
And I think we determined it was a demon that got captured
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
by
is
the
a demon.
devils. I mean, I don't have anything to do with it. I'm not gonna help it.
It was, I can't remember. Was it Victor that it was contacting? It contacted one of us.
It was me.
Yeah, it was pleading or offering a deal or something.
Mm-hmm.
It charmed me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I mean, I
I
can see why.
I then started attacking the chains, found out they were immune to all my damage, and these two threatened to attack us if you guys didn't stop me. And I believe it was Jules who cast Hold Person on me, and I failed my save.
Yes, I had Jindorum cast Hold Person on you, so yeah.
Yeah, so I failed my save, I got knocked out. And then you got me back up, and I don't remember.
Yeah, you guys. It was all it was pointed onto the map of where to go, and then that's where we ended.
Although apparently I've still got quite a few status effects on me.
Do you?
So Victor's okay now? He's not charmed anymore? I think we should just head on out.
Yeah, he is no.
Go
longer
find these
charmed.
rods.
I don't know if Jindorum meant there is going to keep Hold Person on him or not.
I
It
succeeded my
ended.
save. Every few minutes you had him roll another save on me, and I succeeded.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I remember all these flamey things that I didn't like the look of. But we don't know if they actually do anything or if it's just decoration.
Yes. Fire.
These are the rods.
Say what now?
Yeah, the rods are somewhere in the crashed,
Yeah.
whatever that thing is.
Flying
But we've
forward.
got some, yeah, we've got some travelling to do to get to it first.
That's apparently where Zerial is.
That is the wrecked flying fortress. The flying fortress, you pass underneath when you're.
Oh, right, so
on
there's
the
two,
river
yeah,
Styx.
I see. So we're heading to the wrecked one, and the enticement is where Zerial is.
I don't know.
That's the information we got last week.
That is true.
Whether the Cybrex is telling us the truth or not, it's a whole different question.
All right, so yeah.
Anyway.
Your little your car is there, next to you. So if you want to start traveling, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, we will start travelling. I am in the driving seat.
Perfect.
Jules will take the wrecking ball.
Yeah, Jinko will be on one of the throwers, catapults, whatever they're called.
I don't know what Exacto used, but he'll jump in, and also Oakhart will jump in.
All right, and James, as you get in and start the machine up, you hear this noise. Basically letting you know that the engine is low.
I'm going to shout out to Jules and ask him to do his trick.
I will do the trick.
Performance check. Well, hot damn.
Doesn't even touch the sides.
It does not. And you hear this new loud noise, basically letting you know that it is full. So roll me, Victor, roll me 2d4, please.
Do I still need to do this, having proficiency in land vehicles?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay. So you start traveling. Looking at the map, you ascertain that it's probably, almost a full day's journey. You get, you follow, basically you drive down to the edge of the river, start to pass along, start to turn, you're following the river's edge, and all of a sudden you reach a hot, windswept plain erected by magical firestorms. So as you get into the storm, it gets extremely hot. Like it starts to roast the machine that you're in. So,
1 second. So how far is this firestorm out?
oh, it's like as far as you can see.
Oh, yeah. I can't move that. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to counter that if it's that large.
All right. Yeah, look. If you look at your map, you can. It's just as far as you can see, and it's just extremely hot in here. So everybody is going to do this. What? Come on.
I mean, the machine is heating up, right?
Yes.
Can I make an insight to check to see if I cast sleet storm on the vehicle, if that would counter it, or if it just make it worse?
Are you going to cast that inside or outside?
So how was the actual machine? Because I thought it was just like an outside compartment. I don't think there was an inside.
Of the machine? Oh yeah, there's inside of the machine. Like you guys are all inside except whoever's on the wrecking ball.
Is it an engine or something like that? Can I tell that's where the heat is coming from, more or less, or is it just the outside?
So when I'm assuming you're inside of it, it is all around you. Like it's heating up the entire thing. Like picture.
So
Go ahead.
if I cast it inside, do I think it would counter it and kind of cool us down instead of make it real slippery?
That's what I'm looking at right now to see if that would actually do damage to anybody.
Here, I'll link it in there. No, it doesn't do any damage. It's basically makes everything freeze.
So the spell ends freezing rain.
It's heavily obscured, but I'm hoping some of the heat would counter that.
Let me look. Let's see. So
Basically, it's a dex save. There's no damage involved, but it's a dex save to fall prone if you're in it.
All right, go ahead. Oh, I didn't throw the machine in there.
I'm just wanting to cool it down in here.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go ahead and do that. So yeah, you
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
no worries. I was wondering.
How are you doing, Michael?
You can go ahead and remove his character.
Yes.
So that's a level 3 spell. I mark it off. So you see, You see Oakheart. It starts to get a little warm in here. Oakheart kind of removes his cloak a little bit, and he opens his chamber that's inside his abdomen, and it starts to freeze over as he kind of like waves his hand with some of the frost that's coming out, and he kind of does some little magic symbols with his hand, and it kind of, I don't know, DM, it's up to you what it actually does. So
Yeah, it goes over like as it's getting cast, as you guys looking around, and you can see the machine itself like get like not dewy, but like frosty.
frost start to form on the inside.
Yeah, you can, and it's kind of melting at the same time, but it also cools down the vehicle. So you are good to go with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check one more thing. The duration on that. For 1 minute. So
Oops. All right. So yeah, you get. Oh, it cools it down pretty damn good. You start traveling. Oh, you get about. If you're looking at your map, so you get like. Oh, right about there, and you can see. Victor, you can see this massive black fortress-looking thing just sticking halfway out of the ground. As it starts to get a little bit hotter in there again, and it's starting to heat up again.
are we close?
Oh, you're about 3/4 of the way there.
I'll call out to Victor.
Okay.
It's looking like we're getting there.
All right, I'll do this one more time. I'll go ahead and cast Sleet Storm again.
Okay.
Keep it cool in here, and we'll be there soon.
Could you share the map with me, please?
There you go. So yeah, the same thing. It starts cooling down all up in there again, and as you finally get out of this fire pit hazard thing, it starts to cool down really quick. Let me see here.
So how long does it take us to get there?
So it took
And does that count as a short rest?
it took you a little over a day to get there.
Oh, so that does. Okay.
So yes.
Does that count as any kind of rest?
I'll give you a long rest, but that last spell you thought you used that would not you'd have to use.
Well, I get spells back at a short rest, so I was just wondering.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're good. So yeah.
So what did I miss?
Not much.
We are going to some crashed fortress or crashed vessel of some kind to get adamantine rods that the Devil Bell wants from us before he reveals the location of Zeriel's sword.
Got it.
And we're just traveling to the location, which was that ship, but we were just at where that Sebrixix, how do you say it?
I say Sebrix. It could be something different.
Sebrix, yeah. That was chained and asking us to free it. But yeah, that's where we're at, traveling.
That Crosso or that Exacto was so mean to last week. But,
Mean to?
or, yeah, I think didn't you try to like BS him or something like that? I can't remember. Yeah, you finally. Give me 1 second, please.
Chad, your volume is much lower than everybody else for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Like, I've been screwing with settings in here for all day. I honestly I don't know why. There's only one thing. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
better. Oh, that's say something.
Hello?
Much better.
Sounds a little better, yeah.
Okay. Is that good enough?
Whatever
Okay,
you
good.
just did.
Okay. So, oh wait, sorry. I gotta look at something really quick. As they command you not to let the party. All right, cool. So finally, you get out of this little hot desert-like thing, and you see a towering wreck rising from the scorched hellscape. It looks like a giant sword blade, tilted to a 20-degree angle and partly buried underground. Much of its exposed hull is rusted and torn asunder. Hot winds hot wind screams as it tears through the hollow structure, and 6 giant vultures circle high above it.
Lulu, do you know anything about this place?
No, it looks scary.
When you say it's torn asunder, does that look like it was damaged during whatever crash happened, or has it been scavenged?
So it looks like it was in a battle, and demons like basically crippled it, and it looks like it has been abandoned. So this fortress, since you already seen one of them beforehand, it's roughly 150 feet tall, but the lower third of it is buried underground.
So it's still right side up, right?
Yeah, it's in like a 20-degree angle.
I'm looking to see if there's any signs of death around that might be causing the vultures to circle, or any other signs of life that maybe they think will end up being.
Looking around, you do see some corpses of devils and demons, like scattered about the landscape outside of this fortress.
Can I get a nature check to see if I can tell what kind of vulture things those are up there?
Absolutely. Those are Vrox.
Those are those things with the shriek ability, aren't they?
They are.
They are.
Yeah, that were quite nasty.
I think they're demons.
Yeah, that's right. I think they are demons. But I remember they had that shriek ability that had that nasty stun effect.
Yeah, one of them was helping Devil's Find us until we got it to help us instead.
Yeah, that was up in Elturel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how many are circling?
6.
Can we get a judge of a distance?
Yep. Oh shit, where'd it go? Alright, so these are circling roughly 80 feet up above the ground, right outside of the torn outer hole.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, probably if we exit the machine, they're gonna swoop down.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
I would say drive as close as we can to this thing, and let's do a donut around.
Buzz by.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? What is going on here? So I moved you guys to a map, but it like deleted half you guys for some reason.
I was having trouble with the maps in my game last night for some reason.
And Julius is like massive. I don't understand.
This happened in Acquisitions Incorporated yesterday as well.
And do you have portals?
I don't have them on.
Because the extension loaded.
Yeah.
That's what it is. This is the bug that Bob's working on right now.
Okay. So basically,
What's portals?
Portals is an extension that allows you to easily move characters between maps, and like they walk into a spot on a portal, and it moves the token to a different map in a corresponding portal.
Holy moly!
Release my token scale and then redo.
Yeah, like holy shit.
It just doesn't go smaller.
Nope, that is the smallest it gets.
Okay. Delete me and add me back from the combat tracker, I guess. So. There we go. Nope.
Nope. Let me switch it to a different map, see if that does anything. Because
It's
this
a Julesosaurus, right?
This technically isn't a.
I think he's still that big because you changed him because he was a giant crab or something last. I can't remember.
No, it's actually a bug in one of the extensions that Chad's got loaded.
Is the did you put the grid on the map?
Oh yeah, it's gridded.
You may have to take the table down, unload portals, and load it up again.
Yep. Because
Yep.
it's really going to annoy the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what's happening is when a token changes size, so like anytime it's added to a new map with a different size grid, it will change the size of the token to match. When the token changes size, the function checks the state of the toolbar, which is the toolbar for portals. And if it can't check the toolbar state, so like if the map is full screen or locked, or if there's a bug or something, then the token returns back to its native resolution as though there was no grid set.
Oh lord.
Yeah, that's what Bob says. So he was working. So that's what he's working on. So once there's an update to portals, he'll probably have it done this week. That'll fix the problem.
Alright.
Has he got any idea how to fix it?
He is doing a very clever workaround and moving the toolbar to a different options window. So that
cool.
way it can always check the options window without having to check for map state on lock or not.
Oh, that is clever. That's a really good way of going around.
So I'm just gonna move the portals extension out of the file anyway too. So okay, so it's loading back up. Give it a few minutes, and you should be good to go.
I did rather enjoy watching your game earlier, Chad.
Which one?
Prince of the Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, that was fun. No one died.
I was just tempting myself every few minutes. Do I want to spend some bit?
Since it's someone else's campaign, I don't have those turned on because I don't know if they would appreciate that or not.
You had the sound one turned on.
Oh, the sound one. Yeah, no, that would be fine. I thought you meant like the to screw with them.
No. I wasn't about the sound one.
Oh yeah, you
Surprise, more.
You could have.
I was so tempted. Do you know when the giant snake man just attacked and then disappeared?
Yeah.
I really was thinking, ooh, I want to say surprise, more fun.
You should have. Table's back up. Yeah. Did you see?
I was going to, but then he moved on.
Did you see when they
Call lightning on the boat?
Yeah, stole the ship and I fireballed it twice and
Yep.
DM's like, and this is what happens when players derail your campaign.
Yep.
How'd you fireball twice?
So I had two. No, we took a short rest, so I got. I only had one spell slot, so I got the other spell slot back. So I had 2 third level spells, and we weren't in initiative. So he moved the boat. I said, "Can I fireball?" Yes. Move the boat again. Can I fireball? Yes.
This is where it differs from
Oh,
your
okay.
games as well, because you are, whenever you're fighting, you have an initiative order.
Yeah, if you're gonna do any hostile actions, I keep you in initiative order because
Oh, I know.
It-
I'm kind of the same way, but he didn't. Yeah, he never put us in initiative because we were sleeping or trying to sleep, and yeah. Jesus Christ, it didn't work.
you'll have to delete the token from the combat tracker and reset it.
Just delete all friendlies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you pick a different picture for your token?
There we go.
There you go.
Just got the giant status effects now.
Yeah, that one we can't fix. That's a Fantasy Grounds thing.
Yep.
Let's see. Where are you?
Should go next time. We're going to a different map, hopefully.
Yeah. The giant effects is a Fantasy Grounds thing that can't be fixed with token scale, unfortunately.
Just happens every now and then.
Yeah, this is hopefully a quick map for you guys, but who knows? Alright, so where that pointer is, we can do it like that. That is the ship. I'll do square. So that would be your ship. And flying all around it. Are some nice old rocks circling the ship.
And what are all these terrain features?
Oh, it's just this is just a random map, but it's still warm out here, and it's actually flat ground, so and sand.
So all these, it doesn't matter if it's the what looks like lava and volcanic rock. It's all dry.
Correct.
And you said they're about 80 feet up.
They are.
And these adamantine rods, are they supposed to be inside the ship?
They are.
So I would say we do a circuit around the ship to see if we can see any entrances.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And as you guys start to walk, you hear from like the center of the group the mating call of like a female Vrock, like very, very loud. As all 6 Vrocks turn to look at the party and start heading towards you guys. Roll initiative.
By the way, we weren't walking. We were in the war.
Okay, so you see the. Alright, so the war. You guys are in the war machine then. Yeah. And
Yeah, that thing's pretty noisy anyway.
and the sound is coming from inside the war machine, echoing out. Where's that damn war machine at? Da-da. I don't remember the name of it. Do you remember? Anyone remember the name of it?
What?
Remember the name of the war machine?
Demon Grinder.
Demon Grinder. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thought we had a Prius.
My other war machines are Prius.
All right, if you're so just picture you guys are, I don't know, like 100, yeah, about 100 feet out, and so Victor is the driver, and Oakhart, you are up.
They're coming our way, but is there a way that I can get out to cast any spells, or?
Well, there's a hatch that you can attempt to get out. I'm assuming Victor would be like have a pedal to the metal, so he's like flying.
Yeah, and there's no safe way of standing out the hatch without going completely out. There's nothing I could do, so I'll wait.
Jules will wait.
Which of these rocks has so far got closest to us?
So far, rock number 1.
Okay, I'm going to target it with the harpoon flinger. It's flying by.
Sad.
Am I on the chomper?
You are, I believe, if you wish.
All right, I will just ready an attack with the chomper, and as a bonus action, well, I'm going to say, is anyone going to jump out of the machine and attack these guys, or we stay?
We're going pretty fast.
Yeah, these things were powerful. I don't know that they can do much to us while we're inside the demon grind.
Little do they know.
All right, then I will just, I'll just ready. Well, you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll cast Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, he actually did. He really did do that. It's kind of actually, I believe it's actually pretty damn funny.
And that'll end my turn.
All right, Brock 2. He gets right on the edge of the thingy. What's it called? The wrecked flying fortress. And Brock number 5. He's flying over it. Or no, he's not flying over it because it's too high. So he's flying around it as well. And gets roughly right there. Number 3 gets pretty close to right by rock number 1. And Victor.
Evasive pattern Demo Gamma 5. Victor's going to be driving and trying to shake these creatures off the tail.
How are you like you heading straight for the machine or the fortress, or are you turning or what?
I'm going towards the fortress, but if I get near any of them, then just like dodging, going left.
Okay.
So essentially, the demon grind is taking a dodge action.
Okay. So you get relatively close. Rock number 1 will go ahead and land onto the machine.
And little floating cherubs strike.
Yes. Alright, so he will smash down on it with his beak. will claw it. And then, all right. So as the little cherubs smash into it, basically a 15-foot radius cloud of toxic spores extends out from it. And it spreads around all corners and then into everything. So everybody...
It goes through walls, like through the wall.
Well, I mean, it's not 100% solid. Like, there's going to be cracks and shit into it. You already took damage from it, and you have not gotten it repaired.
Was it toxic spores?
It is. So...
And what do they do?
you will see here in a second.
I think we'll get Jin Dorm's bonus to the saving throw, whatever it is.
That should be, what is it, a +4, I do believe now?
Yeah, +4.
Okay, so Jadorm's good. Oakhart is not. Jules is good. Victor's good. Jinko's good. So
Are these spores? Are they poison?
they are.
Oh, well, it wouldn't matter to Jinko anyway. Then he's immune to poison now.
Nice.
I'll have to check myself too.
Oh wait, you're a thingy, so I think you're actually immune.
Yeah,
to
I'm
it.
immune to disease. And I have advantage on saving throws against poison. And I have a resistance to poison damage, so.
Cool. Yeah, if it's...
Want me to roll one more time?
Yeah. Con save. You roll the same thing.
Yeah, but I do take half the damage of whatever it is.
Okie doke. Alright, so I gotta take you guys off. Let's see. Victor's good. Jules is good.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration point that I have to roll again.
Okay. Con save.
That's better.
That is a lot better. So just Oakhart, and Oakhart gets half damage. Let's see, where the hell is it? So it'll be 1d10 poison on turn, and we'll just have that. Okay, number 6. And by the way, yeah, so each of these guys has that, by the way. Alright, number 6. So he gets roughly a boot there. Jindor.
He can't see anything right now because he's inside the vehicle. So he will just wait until the vehicle stops.
Alright, number 4 gets roughly there. Lulu does nothing. Demon Grinder is driven by Victor. So you take 2 points of damage. 3 points of damage. You want to refix that?
We're still moving fast. So some of this machine that's how broken is it? How many seams are there to where this breath is getting in?
I mean, so these spores are just like you can't even really technically see them. It's just like I mean, it's a cloud, so it's like little itty bitty things.
Is there damage to the machine?
Yeah, I mean, it says it's at full because I deleted it. But you guys, when you got into the fight with the Lord of Blades, you literally never went and got it fixed.
Well, I'll start repairing it with mending spell. I can at least do a 1 foot dimension.
Okay.
So anything that I see really bad or not really looking too good, I'll go to that first.
Okay.
But I imagine there's like slits for vision for driving, if not windows, in the thing anyway, right?
There are.
And for operating the various weapons.
That is absolutely correct.
Is the vehicle still moving?
Because it's Victor's driving it, and his last turn he was driving. So.
Then Jules literally can't do anything. So, wait. I'm on the wrecking ball. That's where I've been anyway. So, I can wrecking ball the rock.
You could.
And also the demon grinder.
And also the demon grinder. Yes. I believe that's what Victor did.
What's the range on that wrecking ball? That one rock might be far enough or close enough.
15 feet.
The wrecking ball only works against one target. It doesn't hit multiple things.
Yeah, it looks like Vrock 6 would be within range.
No, Vrac 6 is roughly 30 or so feet away. Like, this map is just too small to give you a big picture of it. Like, so.
You know what? Chad Azil's right with that.
With what?
The wrecking ball only hits one target.
Where does it say that?
Melee weapon attack plus 9 to hit, reach 15 feet, one target, hit 40, 88 plus 4 bludgeoning.
So if a target is on something that's moving, it's not going to hit it. It does. Whatever. That's fine. Cool. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Not enough to kill it. And now the spores are going again. So once again, number 6. I'll get to you here in a second, Jink. I'm just making it easy on myself.
Yep.
Victor. Looks just like Julius is the only one.
Is he within 15 feet of the grinder when he does?
Is who within 15 feet of the grinder?
The Vrock who just breathed the stuff on us.
Shit, that was supposed to be Vrock 1. Damn it. Because the wrecking ball hit the number 1 guy. So if you guys would prefer, I can go and make number 1 do it, or since they're all the same stats, doesn't either way.
doesn't really make any difference.
It's not Rock 1's turn. This is his reaction.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I did it on the wrong guy.
No, it's not even his turn. It's technically Jinko's turn, but when he gets hit with the wrecking ball, he releases spores.
Oh. Then can you take that 10 damage off of him, please?
Yeah. So, let's see, it was just Julius. 13. Yeah, just Julius. Okay, Jinko.
How many of the rocks are within range of the harpoon now?
Let's see, what's the range of that thing? I think it's a pretty good range, isn't it?
Yeah, 120 feet.
Yeah, they're all within range.
Okay. I'm going to target then. Yeah, well, I think if I target one of the ones that's further away, if I do hit it, then maybe we don't get covered in the spore cloud again. So I'm going to go for Rock 2. Boom.
Hot damn.
Shame it wasn't the wrecking ball.
Yeah, it was a shame.
As you hit him, the spores release from it.
Can I try the chomper against number 1?
Number 1 is on top of the machine. Fred,
All right, I guess I'll just.
Good.
So, do any of them look like if they would be swooping in towards the machine that the chomper would be a viable?
If they come from the front, and they're low enough, then I would say yes.
All right, then I'm just gonna ready my action to chomp.
Okie dokie. All right, rock number 2. Gets pretty damn close to the machine. Next turn, he will be able to land on it. Number 5 starts flying in as well. Number 3 will land on it, so now you got 2 big ass vultures if you want to do Spirit Guardians. Then it will attack the machine. The target is immune to all damage types for 1 round. So the machine is immune to damage for 1 round. He does not know that, so he will attack it. Victor.
Victor's going to tell the entire party to brace themselves as he slams the anchors on, trying to shift these 2 off the top of the demon grinder. So I assume they have to make a dex save.
They will. 1 and 3. It rolled a 15. That rolled an 8. So that one. So you slam on the brakes, and Varrock number 1 goes starts to. I guess he's hanging on, so he starts going flying forward this way. But it's like when he launches off, it like flaps his wings really quick.
Can I chomp him?
Yes, that's what I was about ready to say.
That was the idea.
You want me to roll anything?
You should be able to do it from the demon grinder, right? I think you should.
Yeah, if you double click Demon Grinder token, it'll open its character sheet.
You know, his Chomp is the second one down.
I rolled it on myself.
Oops. So we'll just take that onto that. All right, roll the damage on it.
Don't chomp yourself, exacto.
Very good. I put it onto it. Victor, are you doing anything else?
Anything else movement related I can do, or is it take an action?
I mean, you slam on the brake, so that would be your action.
Righty-ho.
Alright, so number 1.
Did I miss Vrock 3 in the range of the Spirit Guardian?
You did? Okay, so you hit Brock number 3. He releases spores. So we'll do his spores really quick.
The Spirit Guardian may be detrimental to it.
So is this their reaction or is it an action?
This is their reaction. That's why number 1 did not do it when he just got chopped, because he already used his reaction.
Okay. Because he used it as an action whenever he first got to the Demon Grinder. That's why I was asking.
He did not.
The very first time the Demon Grinder got there, he didn't get hit by anything. He landed on the Demon Grinder and released spores as an action.
He landed on the Demon Grinder and bit it and clawed it. And then when he got
The Spirit
hit,
Guardians, it's him.
and then when he got hit by Spirit Guardians, then he did it.
If you guys think I should release it, I will.
I think it would be a great idea, Michael. I think it's not a good thing to have up at the moment.
I mean, we're gonna have to hit them anyway, so if it uses their reaction before we hit them, it's fine. Doesn't really.
Alright, so the only one is going to be Exacto. And it was, who the hell's turn was it? Brock 1's turn. So it will attempt to attack. Granted, it's not going to fail anyway, or succeed anyways. So it tries to strike a random ally with the best attack or spell. Didn't you just literally just do that? No, you didn't. Okay. Alright, so it tries to attack a best ally or spell, blah, blah. So he will go up to Brock number 3 and strike at him with the talons.
He likes them ones.
So one ally of his is struck instead by the attack or spell, so it's going to be 3 anyways. Okay.
Question is that going to piss Vrock 3 off enough that Vrock 3 attacks him?
Well, you'll just find out till Brock number 3's turn. So Brock number 6, seeing that it can't land, like the 2 Brocks are already on top of the Demon Grinder, he'll fly, he'll like hover above, like I'd say like 20 feet above or 15 feet above the Demon Grinder, and let out a horrific screech.
Is this a save?
It is.
Is it fear?
It is not.
Whatever it is, I would like to use my Tides of Chaos to gain advantage on.
Okay. I will roll it, and then you can roll on top of that. And everybody except for Lulu succeeded on it.
Good job, that's not a spell.
I wish it was. So, alright, so everybody except for Lulu succeeded. Lulu is stunned. Until the end of rock number 6's next turn.
Alright, so the vehicle is now stopped, right?
Yes.
Cool. Is it an action or movement to get up to the top of the vehicle?
I believe you were outside on the wrecking ball, yes?
This is Jindorum.
Oh, Jindorum. To get out on top of the vehicle, you can climb up.
Okay. I will climb up, then use object interaction to do the things. Weapons are already drawn. And I will... And then is Rock 1 or Rock 3 within melee range?
Rock 1 and Rock 3 are both on top of the Demon Grinder.
Cool. So going up, I'll be within melee range of them. Awesome.
Yes, and they will be within range of you too.
That's fine. They've already used their reactions. Okay, Jindorum is...
But does Jindorum know that?
No, but he's still going to pop down back into the Demon Grinder if he has the movement for it. So Longsword versus Rock 1, please. I will pump Divine Smite into that.
Hey, you killed one.
And second attack, Longsword versus Rock. I will choose to use Channel Divinity. And add +10 to that. Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Perfect. I will pump another Divine Smite in there. And do I have movement left to pop back inside the Demon Grinder?
How much movement do you have?
I don't know. 30 is max.
Yes, you do.
But I don't know how much you wanted me to use. Okay.
Yes, you're good.
Then I will pop back inside the Demon Grinder.
Rock 4 will come and will get right before. So his next turn he'll be able to get to the Demon Grinder. Lulu is stunned.
All right. So half of that, right? So
5.
I'm about to make it difficult for you. I'm gonna open the hatch. The hatch is openable, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna hold my hand out, and I guess nobody can really see it, but these 5 wasps come out from the small hole in my hand, and I'm casting Giant Insect, and I would like 5 giant wasps.
Okay.
And they also act on my turn, so.
Yes, I do.
That would be my action. After that, I'll close the hatch and come back inside, but I also need to roll attacks for them.
Yep, give me a second. It's going to be a second.
Can we interact with the hatched free, or is it?
Oh, you can open the hatch, like whatever.
Cool. Good to know.
And if you want to place them wherever the closest rock was, I'd probably attack that one first. And share their information sheet with me, please.
Okay. There you go.
Oops, so the first one will miss.
Hit a stun for 1 round.
What?
It is stunned for 1 round.
What is stunned?
The wasp.
Oh, I didn't read it all. Okay. Second one.
Can you roll the attacks on the rock, please?
They should be. I'm rolling them.
Oh.
Yeah, they're hitting the rock. The last one hit.
Yeah, I didn't see they were missing.
Wow. That was a bad idea. That's it.
All right, so, can I see any of the rocks from inside the demon grinder where the wrecking ball is?
Yes, because you're technically outside of the demon grinder in a little hut thing. So yes, you can see.
Oh, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Is rocks 3 still in range for the wrecking ball?
It is. It's still on top of it.
Then I will wrecking ball it.
Which of these Vrox is furthest away from the vehicle?
Rock number 5.
Okay, I'm going to target Rock 5 with the harpoon flinger.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use my
Your spirit
channel
guard,
divinity.
and your spirit guardian is wore off.
I didn't hear you.
Spirit guardian wore off. You failed your con save.
Right. So I'm gonna do my channel divinity to Cloak of Shadow. I'm gonna exit the vehicle and move to the south. And how far can I get?
You can get. Well, let's see. You're gonna jump down.
Yep.
Athletics check. See if you can jump down.
Can I do acrobatics?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me double check. Nope, because you're jumping down, so athletics. You get down.
Okay, and how far can I get?
How about there?
And I'll be invisible till the end of my next turn. Okay.
Is there no save for the poison at the end of turn, or is it
There is.
just there for?
Let me do that really quick. So even with a 12, that still fails. Jules, where are you? Oops, I did not mean to poison. Oh, wait, no. Oops, yeah, I poisoned you. Sorry. You can have poison twice, right? So 14, you're good. Alright, yeah. Okay, where's this fucker at? It's number 2. Seeing that number 3 is still on the machine, number 6 is in its way, it's going to attack. Well, what the hell is this going to do? It will actually fly up into the air a little bit and start making like a distress call, like real loud distress call. Like if you ever seen Jurassic Park and the Velociraptors when they were in danger, right away, they raised up their necks and started making their little screeching sounds. That's what this guy does. Rock number 5 is going to come in and start flying like right behind the wrecking ball. All right, number 3 is going to attack giant wasp number 5. Victor. Woo.
So, Victor just lifts his foot up, slams it down, and quickly shifts his left hand and puts the demon rider into
Puts it into what?
reverse.
Okay.
So it's going to move its maximum distance backwards.
Alright, so let me see if let me see if he can jump out of the way. Alright, so as you're flying backwards, you actually hit rock number 6 or rock number 5 because it was kind of like right behind. Let's see, what can it do? Let's do this kind of damage. What is it?
So it's about to say it's probably crushing wheels.
Oops, not that. God damn it. Ralph, go away. There, did that amount of damage. And as you slam into it, it will release the spores. So I'm going but
It's also not prone.
what? You just backed into it, like. Hey.
Yeah, so if you look at the ability Crushing Wheels,
Yeah, but crushing wheels. That's the only reason I did that. So it would give some kind of damage instead of rolling like a D4.
alright, so you're not actually using that.
No, because it's flying in the air. Like it was right behind.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. So it's going to release its wheels. I'm going to move to its turn really quick so I can target everybody. Except for Exacto, because Exacto is not in the machine. Oh, dear God. Okay, so Lulu fails, Victor fails, Gendorum fails, Julius fails.
I'm going to use my inspiration point, Chad.
Okay. Alright, you do not fail. Would you just buy one?
Nope. We get one at the start of every session, right?
You do not. That's
Oh, I
Julius's
thought
game.
you said we did.
No, that's not my game. That's Julius's game.
Okay, then we'll ignore that. I have used a lot of points of inspiration that I shouldn't have.
Alright, so now it is back to your turn. So yeah, it like gets out of the way after you hit it, and you're back way the fuck back. As let's see, this guy gets dragged with it. Rock 3, let's see if it can stay on. I'm just gonna leave this fucking thing up. It rolled 5, so that gets flung off. Rock 6 wasn't with it, and the wasp weren't on it either. I'm just moving you guys. Your guys are in the thing, except for Exacto. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, cool. So now that that is done. Oh shit, I forgot to do this. Oh, Jesus Christ. 6 going to attack the wasp. And you did say you're going back as far as you can, right, Victor?
Yes.
So yeah, you are 100 feet away now. Exacto, he left Exacto all by himself.
Yeah, he's invisible.
Until the end of his turn. Gendorum.
Popping up, I guess. I have no idea what to do here because we're stuck in a demon grinder and this is not conducive.
He can get out of the demon grinder.
Can I see places outside?
What kind of places are you trying to see?
Can I see a point outside? Essentially. Actually, no. I don't even need to see a point. Jindurum is going to use a second level spell slot and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. So yeah, you poke,
And
so you poke your head out. You don't see anything around you. I guess you can see the rock way like behind in the back, but yeah. So spiritual weapon, what is it? There it is. There you go.
cool. So I can move that towards the Vrock, right?
Yes.
Like I know where Vrock 5 or 6 is.
Rock 6 or Rock 5?
Or Vrock 5, sorry.
Yes, you know where Rock 5 is.
Okay. And I will make a spiritual weapon attack against Vrock 5.
No longer poisoned. So Victor bought himself a point of inspiration. Rock 4 is going to... it will attack this wasp right in front of him. There it is. Alright, Lulu is no longer stunned. Let's see if she's still poisoned. She's still poisoned. Giant wasp number 1.
They're going to continue attacking Rock 6. And there's 3 up. You want to turn on that, see if it kills that one. Oh wait, it can't kill it, so I'll and I'm not even worried about the poison damage. I know it's not going to do anything, so I'm not even going to roll it.
Alright.
Okay, that's it for them. We're still moving, so... did my poison thing go off?
Let's see. Oh, wait, hang on.
I don't see anything rolled.
There we go. Thank you. So, half that.
I mean, we're moving, so there's not much I can do. I'll use my action to mend some of the broken parts that I can see from inside of the war machine.
Okay. Julia.
Alright, so Wrecking Ball versus the Vrock that's in range. If the Vrock is in, is the Vrock in range?
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity.
It is. You are still poisoned.
Again, Jinko's going to look for a rock that's the furthest away currently from the.
Rock 4 and Rock 2 are the furthest away.
He's going to go for rock 2. He's got a good feeling about that one.
Has a good feeling about that one. Trying to kill my dudes. It's okay. Go away, Ralph. No, Ralph. Go on.
Okay, what I would like to do is move this way And I'm wondering if this would happen to be a pit.
No, this is all like open landscape.
All right, then I would instead just move about 30 feet to get to there, and then I'm gonna go full T-Rex on him. So as I pop into view, I'm no longer me. I'm a T-Rex, standing there nonchalantly.
You have polymorph?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast it here.
I don't see it prepared.
It's a domain spell. I'm a trickery domain.
Oh. All right, so that is loaded up. You can go ahead and do that yourself.
Okay, that'll be it for me.
You can drag the T-Rex onto you, Michael, onto your character sheet. It's
Yeah.
got an extension loaded.
Yeah, it's in the spell codings. Make sure you use the polymorph one.
Yeah, if you go to library, to critically awesome essentials, one-click druid, click on that. Go to what is it? Story or no? Go to spells, polymorph T-Rex at the bottom.
You may want to record down what your stats are because it messed mine up last time I used it.
Make sure you use the polymorph one, not the wild shape.
So, it might be a module I didn't load. Which module is it?
Critically awesome essentials modular, one-click druid.
Fucking T-Rexes. Are you able to see it?
And I drag the T-Rex onto myself?
Yeah, drag it into your spell slot.
That didn't do anything.
If you drag it onto your actions tab, it'll create a pre-coded spell for you that'll have some effects in it. There should be a polymorph
that did it.
Tyrannosaurus
Okay.
Rex one.
That's got it.
So one of the effects has loads of effects on it, and if you click that, that'll transform.
Just make sure you have yourself targeted, or else it won't.
I'm not seeing it under level 4.
It'll probably go into like polymorph CR8 or something as far as the
Let's see.
the grouping for it.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay. Now, that didn't. Yeah.
I'll put it on you. There,
Okay, I didn't know how to do this. Sorry.
It's under your class features now.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, target yourself and hit the effect.
Under class features in my actions tab?
Yeah. You'll see polymorph, CR8, T, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Have you got everything loaded? Because I tried to do it for him and it's not working.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it there now.
Yeah. Target yourself.
Have you got both extensions loaded?
Yes. And then click the effect. There you go.
There it goes.
Hey, you got it.
Okay.
It does look pretty nonchalant.
Now you're a big ass T-Rex. So the rock. First thing it sees is going up to Giant Wasp 1 and attack it. Rock number 5 is going to land on the machine. Like, plop. Where is that? Okay. Where the fuck is Lulu at? God damn it. Sorry, technical difficulties here. Too many things. This one is going to go up to that one, attack it. And then fly over to Wasp 3 and attack that one with his talons. And that being done, we'll turn and face the demon grinder because that's the last place it heard the mating call of a female, and we'll get ready to start flying towards that.
So these are just horny birds.
Yeah, for some reason, a mating call came out from the demon grinder, like inside of the demon grinder, for some weird reason.
Oh.
Yeah, and you guys all heard it too.
Victor.
And Victor, you are still poisoned. So yeah, it is your turn, Victor.
Victor is going to use 5 points of lay on hands to remove the poison from himself.
Hey guys, I gotta step away for a minute. My daughter just showed up. We got some issues, so if someone can just take control of the T-Rex until I get back, I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right.
So yeah, 5 points of lay on hands used, remove the poison.
Okay.
And I do believe that's an action, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so Victor's going to sit there, do nothing. Why does everyone blame Victor when something goes off anyway? He's innocent.
That was outside of the game, of course.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Okay, so Rock 6 starts flying over to there, and it gets about halfway to, or a little over halfway to the machine. Jindorm.
Alright, bonus action to have the spiritual weapon attack the rock.
Okay. It will. Oh, nope, never mind.
And that's its turn.
Alright, rock number 4 finish is its cry. Like its cry for help. And let's see, so that gets. Oh god, that's mean.
Just to let you know, Chad, I don't know if you noticed, but you got 21 views.
Oh shit, I did not notice that. Hello, 21 viewers. Anyways, so it is finished with its cry for help, and it will fly right about yonder, and that is its turn. Lulu is still poisoned, but it looks like she resisted it. So.
She's within 10 feet of Gendorum, right?
Yeah, so that's good.
+4.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I know how to read. All right, Oak Cart. It's still poisoned. It is your turn, sir.
Okay.
I'm very
What was that?
sassy
6
today.
damage. I need to take half of that, which is what? 3.
Yeah, 3.
Although it looks like, did I get healed by somebody? Should have had like 8. No, I should have had 10, and that would have been 13.
Right, and -3. Oh yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I didn't heal you.
Yeah, I don't know why. What's the status of the war machine?
The War Machine, it's taking some more damage. You got a rock right on top of it, slamming like.
But I mean,
meaning what?
is it currently going?
Victor, did you stop it when you touched yourself, or is your foot still on the pedal?
I'm still going backwards.
Yep. So, all right. So, you're back there now. It is still going backwards.
I'm gonna try to. Is there like a ladder or something that goes up to the hatch, or is it just a hatch?
There's a ladder that climbs up.
I'm gonna open up the hatch. If he's going a little slower than what he was, I'm gonna open up the hatch and see what I can see.
All right.
I
So
will have been going a bit slower because I had to concentrate on my spell,
you
which only requires one hand.
You try to open up the hatch, but the hatch door does not open.
Does it look like it's not opening because it's damaged?
No, it looks like you try to push it up a little bit, but you have a rock's talons like clawed into it, like holding it shut because it's landing on it. And
Okay.
attacking.
Did it make a dex save to see if it could?
It landed on it after. Oh no, hang on. Let's see. Double check. Brock 6 is after you, so no, yeah, it's. Oh wait, no, that's Brock 5. Fucking hell. It goes before you. Da 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 da. It does.
Okay.
So not much I can do, so I'll just mend up the ship a little bit, or the war machine.
Julius, let's see. Da-da-da. You are still poisoned.
I will re-roll that save with my halfling luck.
I'll do it. Okay. You're still poisoned.
What are the odds of that?
20 to 1.
Exactly.
40 to 1. Awful. Then Wrecking Ball versus the Vrock.
Is Vrock 3 the furthest away?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that was the one that went and took out the wasps, wasn't it? Okay, I'm going to go for Vrock 3. And it misses.
Oh yeah, Dretch. All right. So who? Oh shit, I forgot. Let's see. I guess I am Exacto. Let me look at his speed as a T-Rex. Speed is 50 feet. All right, so he's going to start doing T-Rex things, and I say he makes it right about there. All right, Rock 2. Going to continue flying, and he makes it right about there. All right, Rock 5. He's going to claw back or beak down onto the machine, and he roll. Let's see, roll a d6. What does that mean? So he loses 6 HP, and he's going to claw it again. Rock 3. So it gets about halfway. Oh no, yeah, look right about there. Victor.
So what Victor's going to do now is he's going to look at the 4 rocks in front of him. Just going to aim the steering wheel a bit at them and charge.
Okay. Sure. I mean, they're all flying, so.
Yeah, well, he's trying to get in range for the wrecking ball to do maximum damage.
Alright, so go ahead and move it. Sure, you can get. Well, since you're moving, you're gonna stop like right under them, or where you want to go?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfecto. Alright, rock 6. Oh wait, let me make sure. See if rock number 5 can stay on or not. He does not, so he flies, he detaches and flies back up. So rock 6 will land. Bite at it. Claw at it. All threatening enemies may have a free op attack on you, but the only one who can really see it is Julius. So Julius, you may hit it with the wrecking ball.
This is number 6.
Correct. And that is its turn. Jindorum.
Alright. Is the hatch still, like, super...
Oh, yeah, there's only one way to find out.
Alright, I will attempt to move through the hatch.
You are able to climb up.
Okay. Then there's still rock 6 on top of the thingy.
Yes, there is.
We will do the longsword thing. I will add Divine Smite. We'll use a 2nd level spell slot, so...
And as you hit it, oh, I'll wait. So it's going to release its spores.
Yeah, go for it.
No, roll damage.
Tw-
Go and roll damage. You're not going to kill it. Well, you might kill it, but even if you do, it's still going to release its spores. Nope. Alright, so Brack number 6. He releases his spores. I'm assuming Jindorum was done.
yeah, and back down the hatch, you know, that thing.
Right. Not there. He can't do it. Victor. Jindorum. Lulu. Con save. Jordan's good. Lulu's good. Alright, so Victor.
I'm going to reroll.
Okay. And you are good. So everybody is good. Alright, rock number 4. Hang on. I changed 2 things right quick. Okay, so rock number 4 is going to fly over and land right next to rock number 6, like kind of like pushing it out of the way, and we'll bite at it. Okay, so its turn is done, and after his turn, you see 4 dretches coming towards for his cry for help. They are just going to stand out here right now. Oh, let's see. This one will go that way. That one will go that way. And like so. Lulu asks for help. Help! We need to kill them. So half of that. Oh, you're no longer poisoned, by the way.
I'll give the hatch a try. See if it's open.
It is not. You got 2 rocks on top of it.
I guess I'm mending the ship again. That's it.
Okay, wrecking ball on the thing.
Which one? There are 3 of them.
Number 6.
Okay.
Do I take it that Rock 3 is the furthest away?
Rock 5 is actually the furthest.
Sorry?
Rock number 5. Is on the right hand side.
I missed anyway.
Okay, so Dinosaur Exacto. Seeing this nasty looking, dretch looking mother effer is going to come up and try and chomp on it.
When the hell did some dretches appear? What? Did I miss that?
You did. Right after Rock number 4's turn, it was crying out for help, a la Velociraptor style. These guys came to its aid. And chops its head off.
No.
Let's see. That's a dretch. What does that do? Something? I think so. It does. Okay, frac number 2. Seeing that its buddies are on top, it's going to still bite down, like do like a flyby on the side, or like land on its head first and then bite, and then claw. And then it will actually detach and like hover in the air. Five will get up to about yonder. Number 3 will swoop down just like number what the fuck was it? Number 2 did, and bite at it, and it's going to like fly back up. So I'm not going to move it because it's going to be a pain in the ass and yada yada yada. You get the idea. Victor, you have 2 rocks on top.
Victor's going to speed to about here, and then break
Just drive
sharply.
through the dredges. It'll
Yeah,
be fine.
break. Yeah, I'm going there. So he's gonna drive to there, and then he's gonna spin the wheel into like a full lock, and then
Oh, hang on before you do all that. Let's see. See if this rock can see on. Okay, so rock 4 does not stay on. Rock 6 is still attached. So you're going to try and drive over the 2 dredges.
correct.
Perfect. Hang on a second, please. What stretch is that? That was stretch number 4. Okay, so once again, you start to get up to these dredges. It's poison ooze, fetid, smelly cloud, both of them, and it's going to make you guys do a con save. So I'm going to go to dredge number 1 first, and then I'll go to dredge number 4, or dredge number 3, and then we'll go back to you. Fuck. Jindorm's the only one who failed for that first one. So let's go to dredge number 3. Or, yeah, number 3. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of fucking things on here. Where's that fucker at? There he is. Let's see. That's good. Victor, Lulu. So Victor, Lulu, and Jules.
Jindorum's aura.
What about it?
+4?
Okay, so yeah, you're good. So sorry, jeez, and Lulu's good, jeez. Yeah, I thought it was the same one as the other dude. Right. Okay, Victor, you're back. So yeah, you got one on either. So like, there's like a basically, if you're gonna go in the middle, you can get one or the other. But like, it's a 10-foot radius with their little fart cloud.
So they're not both in the range of 1.
No. That's about your size. It jumps out of the way. She goes shoom and jumps out of the way. Dredge number 1. So that's right there. He's actually going to try and jump up onto the machine. He's not successful, so he just like kind of like lands on it and slides back down. Number 3 is going to come run up and try and jump on it as well from the side, and is unable to. So they're basically one's on either side of you, essentially. He's going to come up to T-Rex Exacto. Bite at him and then claw. Jindorum. Jesus Christ. Hello. There's fucking 36
All right. Spiritual weapon thing is still way over there. I guess I'll move it? Question mark. Unless it's still in range of Rock 5. If it's still in range of Rock 5.
It is still in range of Rock 5.
Bam.
May
It's a
target...
spiritual weapon. It don't matter.
Yeah, the target can move 5 feet without provoking, so yeah, doesn't matter.
And then pop up from the thingy thing with movement through the hatch.
You're able to see. You come up basically right as the rock's looking right down on you.
Longsword.
Reroll that with disadvantage since you're kind of stabbing up. So what? That'd be just a 1?
Yup. If
Okay.
it's with disadvantage.
My target, or your target, is immune to all damage, and all its attacks do maximum damage into the end of its next turn.
Okay. Cool. I guess I'll just pop back down then. Yeah, I don't really. Okay, it's fine. Whatever.
What? This thing's going to.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out like why am I getting a disadvantage for swinging upward?
So if you're gonna
like,
swing, I mean, you're like in between a hatch. It's a little itty bitty hatch, and you're trying to swing your big ass greatsword straight up. So I mean,
it's a regular longsword. It's a regular 1d8 longsword.
but you're trying to like squeeze. Fine, just go. Just
At least the hatch is opening for you.
I mean, yeah, like it's next turn. It's fine. It's just I'm like, do I have disadvantage every time I'm swinging up, or is this
No,
like just this one?
The reason why it's disadvantaged because you're in the hatch. Like unless you climb up out of the hatch, sure, but you're trying to force just your upper torso to strike up. Like I don't see how that would give you full advantage on an attack.
Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Hi, welcome back. You ate a dretch.
How did it taste?
Like fart. Anyways, so this guy is going to land and bite. Claw. And release and hover.
Is my Minden doing anything to help with them hit points for the Demon Grinder?
A little bit slowly but surely, yes. Like, are you casting it every time?
I mean, that's the only thing I can do, so yes.
Okay, let me look at this really quick. Okay, so it's like a single break or tear in an object you touch. Like a broken link.
I mean, it only does a 1 foot area. I know it's not going to be a big hill, but, you know,
Right,
1 or 2 here or there.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. And it misses both of its turns, so it doesn't even get those attacks. Okay.
I'll give the hatch again.
Thank you for following Suko Duckling. Kanala played hashtag or exclamation point fart.
I'll give the hatch another go, see if it's still closed.
It opens. Varrock 6 is staring right at you.
Okay, so I can assume I can see around at least. So where exactly is the hatch at on the Demon Grinder? I need to know.
It's like right in the middle of it.
So it looks like I can get those through right there with a cone of cold. Any
What-
of those not in my range?
What is the range on that? It's
60-foot cone.
I'd say like since Canal is driving full speed, I'd say you could get. Let's just do those two. That's about 60 feet.
Plus
Is
the
like-
dredge.
And the dredge, yes.
Okay. And that'll be it.
All right. Wrecking Ball versus Rock 6, please.
Also, I'm not going to go back down. I'm staying up on the hatch.
Okay.
I know it's dangerous, but
All right, T-Rex.
All right, I got a dredge that I want to bite. So I spin around and open up my massive jaws and try to clamp down on the critter.
All right, and as you bite into him, he releases like a fart cloud.
Excellent.
Oh, and he does place me. But you chomp down on him. I think that goes away.
Yeah, and I fling him, over my shoulder, and I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Wait, my movement is what? 50.
Yes.
How far am I from the closest rock at the?
The closest rock is you got the ones next to the Demon Grinder and also the ones next to like Rock 2. There's they're about the same distance. It's like roughly like I'd say 80 feet, like in
80 feet. Okay, well then I'll close, so I'm like 30 feet away.
Okay. And he will come towards you at 60 feet. Yeah, he'll come flying towards you, and he'll do like a little swoop by or try to like beak at you as he's floating by, or like try to peck at you. And you're still a T-Rex, and then he will claw at you. Popping you out of T-Rex form. And then he just kind of like floats there with his wings looking down at you.
Oh, natural 1. Crap.
Rock number 5 will start heading this way because he sees an easy meal, basically. Number 3 will come to the Demon Grinder and attack it again. And claw at it. And hover in the air behind it. Victor.
Right, so Varrock number 6 is currently on top of the grinder, right?
Yes, sir. It is land. Yeah, it's landed on
And
it.
1 and 4 are flying behind. Are they hovering above it?
Yeah, 4 is above it. 1 or 3 is behind it, and then you have a dredge right in front of you as well.
I'll slam the demon grinder into full reverse and swing there and keep going.
All right, let's see if number 3 can get up the way. Ah, it does not. It smacks into him. So do that damage on it, and it will release spores.
So, how I see that going, if I keep doing that and then I'm still driving and I've drove past it, do the spores like still hit? Am I still in?
No, if you're gonna keep going, no, I'd say they're just in a 15-foot cloud of where he's at.
Yeah, Victor's just not taking the foot off the gas. He sees the cloud and just like, fool.
Yeah, I didn't think one damn bite's gonna take off Black and Day, but cool. Alright, we're gonna do anything else?
Did number 6 fall off, or is it still on top?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Too many windows. It falls off. Like it detaches.
I will end my turn at that point.
Alright, so 3, seeing that the Demon Guider pissed off, looking around, sees Exacto, and... Oh, wait, that's Stretch 3's turn. Oops. So Stretch 3...
Crap, I forgot about Exacto.
Yeah, he's trying to get to you, and you just right past him. Alright, so he's going to see 20 feet, so get right about yonder. He's about 10, 15 feet away from Exacto. Jindorum.
There's literally nothing Jindorum can do right now, so I guess just pass.
Alright, looking around. It sees Exacto, easy meal. He's going to come flying up. And he's just quite out of his reach. Same with number 6. Just out of his range. Lulu, nothing. Deep Grinder. Okay.
All right, so I'm still in the hatch. I want to look back. How tall? How are any of these rocks 40 feet off the ground?
No, these are all. This is just like a random map. Like you guys are actually on like a desert plain. It's like all flat.
No, the rocks. How far off the ground are they? They're not flying 40 feet up, are they?
What the? Oh, the rocks. No, let's see. They are flying. Some of them are like at maximum, are like 15 feet up off the ground.
All right, so can I? Well, I get the demon grinder there. I'll do that and get those 4 there. I want to cast Ice Storm,
Nice.
so it's 40 feet up. So
Very nice.
and one will fall down out the sky, but a couple of them, their wings are iced over a little bit. Other than that, I'll climb back.
Oof.
Did you drive forward or backwards here?
Forward or backwards? Sorry.
We were in reverse.
Unhelpful. Awesome.
Oh, Lord.
Can I see those rocks? Can I see them from where I am on the demon ground?
Yeah, they're about 70 feet, about 70 feet away from you. But yeah, you can see them.
That's fine. Give me 1 second. 20-foot radius sphere. So on this one, since it's 1 inch equals 10 feet, it'll be a 10-foot radius. I will use a level 5 spell slot and cast Synaptic Static. Right there.
Okay.
And which one failed? It was Rot 2. And that's Jules' turn.
Alright.
So 3 Vrocs and a Dretch still closing in on.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I think I'm just going to dimension door back into the grinder.
Okay.
And that's a domain spell for me. I wave to them before I blink out.
Let's see. That.
Bye, Felicia.
Nope. Okay, so rock number 2 will fly straight up into the air 60 feet and start making a distress call. But it sounds a little bit different than the last distress call that the other rock made. What's that for?
To see if Synactus static ends, because it's the end of its turn.
Oh, yeah. So rock number 5 will fly to the Demon Grinder. So the target's AC is increased by 2 for the remaining of the encounter. So, yep. And then it will claw at it. Victor.
So Victor's going to switch gears into
They are
forward.
trying to get messed with me
essentially
today.
drive like that. It's going to steer hard.
Now, the blue circle is difficult terrain until the end of my turn.
Yeah, I know that. So
Hey,
he's going to go
how's
round the edge of
everybody
the
doing? How
storm.
y'all doing tonight? Stream chat.
And he's going to
That's,
land like
long
here,
day.
and so that gives access to harpoons and wrecking ball, I do believe.
Dretch 3 is going to run and try to jump up. Oh, no, that's difficult terrain, so it's time. He gets right there.
Bonus action to make the spiritual weapon attack the thing. Nope.
Alright, rock number 4 will also, let's see. So how wide or like straight up and down is this icy thing?
How tall? It's
Yeah.
40 feet tall.
40 feet tall. Okay, so it was like 10, so it'll get to the top of the ice, just like barely breaking the surface, and it will start making that same screech call that Rock 2 just did.
I'll go and open the hatch, see if I can open it.
You can?
So, rock 4 is 40 feet up, but rock number 2 is close, and also the dretch.
Rock number 2 is 60 feet up. Rock number 4 is 40, and the dretch is right there in front of you.
All right. these guys are kind of resistant to ice, which I would kind of set my character up as. So,
Oh, just make sure. Okay. Oops.
I'm gonna try to frostbite
30,
rock
yeah.
number
As
2.
long as you
He's
got over
60 feet
30.
up. That's exactly the distance. And then I'm going to close the hatch and go back down inside.
What? Oh, succeeded. Julius.
Okie dokie.
Canal playing the fart sound.
Oh, fun. That doesn't require concentration. Awesome. Rock number 2. I'm going to cast Polymorph. Wait, am I within 60 feet of it? Yes, because I'm in the demon.
You tried.
It doesn't matter. Wait. Ooh. No, it's only on its concentration saves. Never mind.
Very nice.
Finally hit one.
Can I peep out of the grinder and shoot a guiding?
At who?
Rock 2?
Sure.
Oh.
4, okay.
Nice.
So for one, roll 1d4. So for the next 3 rounds, every hit you make is a critical hit.
Nice. And that'll end my turn. Oh, I will slide into the seat of the chomper if nobody's.
Okie dokie. Cool. So, his reaction back. Alright, so the demon grinder is right above him. He finishes his distress call and comes flying down, landing right on top of the demon grinder. So it has advantage of 1 random skill. Yeah, it doesn't matter. On a hit, the attacks have a 50% chance of missing for 1 or 3 rounds. When these hits happen, roll percentage dice, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Victor.
I have a question. Does the rock choose to make a save versus synaptic static?
It will, yes. It fails. Victor.
Victor's going to drive right there and then just slam the brakes.
Alright, let's see if he stays on. Nope, he detaches. He's going to try and jump on top. And gets on top. Jandorum.
I guess 10 feet, because this is... Move the spiritual weapon with bonus action. I mean, there's not really anything Jindorum can do here. He's very... I guess I'll go over to one of the other harpoon since no one's on him. Action to sit down because rules.
And rock number 4 was actually not on top, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. But he finishes his cry for help and comes and will, since he sees the dretch, he will just attack it, but not land. Okay.
Those things are still on the hatch, right?
The dretch is on the hatch. Well, on the up top, it's not technically on the hatch.
I'll open it up, see if it opens.
It opens.
So who's all on the dredge?
The dretch is on top, and then rock number 4 is flying next to it, or like right above it. Sorry.
Okay. Within 15 feet.
Yes.
What about rock number 2?
Rock number 2 is like 20 feet away.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stick my head out. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave at. I'll do it at a 3rd level spell slot.
Yes, you know better than that.
I'll see the dretch fall off, and I'll go back down in the middle and close the hatch beneath.
Okay.
Okay,
These guys don't like any kind of magic, do they?
are either of them in range to the wrecking ball?
Number 4.
Alright, and how far is 2?
It's like, I don't know, 15 feet up in the air.
Okay. I will go ahead and I just guess just wrecking ball the one I can.
I guess they're
wrecking
not going to
ball.
do the fucking flying fortress today. That's cool. Oh, he crit him. He's gonna die.
It's gonna hurt.
He gonna die. He's not gonna die.
Look at those rolls, Jesus. Those
So you
better
said Rock 2 is 15 feet up in the air and probably further away than Rock 4, so I will go for that.
Okay. Lands and crashes and screams.
So I get an automatic critical on my next attack.
Next 3 turns, yes sir.
And is this one within range of the chomper?
It is not. It is behind the.
All right, then I'll just do another guiding bolt.
So you're gonna have to get up, get out, and move up. Okay.
I don't know how to make it automatically a critical.
think it's just, what is it, shift click on it?
Yeah, shift drag the damage over.
Cool.
Bingo. And I'll lift my hand up and hope someone will give me a high five.
I'll be standing right next to you, and I'll give you one.
I'll do finger guns at you.
Are you done with your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Victor, before your turn, from the sky comes crashing down another rock, answering the distress call. And he's a little pissed off because you just killed its buddy. Victor. Yes. Don't play like that.
Has it landed on the demon grinder?
It is.
Alright. Foot down.
Alright.
Full speed.
It detaches, and as you're driving, you're getting close to stopping. You hear. See if I can find it. Coming from the machine.
Joel's running out of gas.
I mean, it's kind of hard to do anything right now.
Oh yeah, Jules is in the wrecking ball, so he can't even hear you.
Alright.
Move the spiritual weapon so it continues along behind us a little bit farther. And then, fire le harpoon.
I'm not going to do that to you guys. But before Lulu's turn, from the sky comes another rock.
Chad, what would have happened?
Can this just end? Can this just end?
So, reinforcements. 1 to 4 more of similar enemy NPC reinforcements arrive. I'm not going to do that. Well, it will attack. All that just from a mating call coming from inside of the demon grinder.
Yeah, how does that even happen? That's what I'm concerned about.
I don't know. And I'm not making that up, like it literally happened.
Do I hear like might be one on top?
Yes, you do.
I'll give the hatch a try.
It opens.
I mean, there's not a lot of good things to do here. And there's one close by, and 6 is a little bit further out. Well, I really don't know what I'm gonna want to do, but I'll I mean, there's not much to do. I'll cast Thorn Whip on rock number 7.
All right.
Ooh, and that should be it. I'm gonna go back down and then close the hatch behind me.
Okay. It is in range of the wrecking ball.
It is. I'm also going to use my bonus action to activate Mantle of Majesty. And with my bonus action, as part of Mantle of Majesty, I will cast Command. As I find the things. I will command it to halt.
Okay.
And then I will Wrecking Ball.
I will double check one thing, but go ahead, continue, Jinko.
All right, I'm gonna do that magical critical for critical number.
Exector, you didn't apply the advantage on the rock.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and do that.
So, Jules, the command works only if the creature understands your language, correct?
Yeah, it doesn't fit. It fails if it does not understand your language.
Okay. I'm not going to be that dick because I'm kind of tired of this one too. Victor.
So does it fail instead? Or does it succeed at saving throw or not take effect instead?
I did look up the stat block for the rock. It speaks abyssal and telepathy.
Okay, so it's your call then.
Yeah, I'll let it slide. I know, because I kind of want to get out of this fight too. So I understand. It will just stop. It'll take the command. But typically, yeah, especially because you know how you are with rules, yada yada yada. Victor, it is your turn.
Oh dear. What am I gonna do? Well, so Victor's gonna be pumping his foot on the gas, and he's just here spluttering, and he's like, "Shit." We're out of gas, guys. So it gets out of the.
Yeah, the whole machine starts to shut down.
Victor's got out of his seat and run up towards the hatch.
Okay. You can
Does
get
that,
up. Yep, you can get
does
up.
that require an action?
Nope, you can get getting out. Yeah. So
Okay, I'm just going to be standing towards the back of the vehicle.
I think everyone's kind of.
I guess harpoon the thing.
I think everybody's a little tired of this one today. Alright, the machine has stopped moving.
I'll go ahead and exit the vehicle using my action.
Okay.
And they're both on top, right?
One's flying to the side, number 7 is on top.
How much movement do I have left over after I get out the hatch?
It'd be a half movement to get up there.
So I want to use the rest of my 15 feet to get to the ground, and I'll allow the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And that'll be it for my turn.
It does not attack.
Cool. I suppose I will just say where I am and wrecking ball the thing.
Does it? Can you use those if it's not turned on?
So it's still turned on, it's just out of gas.
Okay, go ahead.
Things that don't matter. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna shoot another guiding bolt. And that'll end my turn.
6 will attack. Victor.
I will climb out of that.
Okay.
Am I within melee range of any?
Are you just... You're standing on top of the machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in range of 7.
Did not do it. Okay, so Victor's going to be using Booming Blade. You see the electricity dancing across his. We'll also pump a level 3 Divine Smite into it.
Alright.
Ah, 3 ones, bloody hell.
Staying in the same fight. So yeah, they're still in the same fight.
All right, Jandorum will. It's an action to get up from the place.
Yes.
Okay. Action to get up. Movement to get out of the demon grinder. Bonus action to move the spiritual weapon another 20 feet, which doesn't really matter because it's gone in the next round anyway.
This guy will attack Victor. And claw at him. Okay.
Okay, so now that I'm out of the vehicle, I'm out of their threat range, right?
Yes.
I'll move there for 20, and then I'll Thorn Whip rock number 6. That also pulls them 10 feet towards me, so, and that's going to be it.
Okay.
I'll stay where I am. I'm inside of them, so I can still cast spells and do all those things. I will cast. I'll cast something, I guess. Okay.
I got a pee.
Is my Rod of Lordly Might on my person? Like,
I don't see why you would let it out of your person.
okay, cool. I'm gonna take that in my hand, and I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike. Wait. Are the rocks within 30 feet of me on the wrecking ball?
The 7 is, yeah.
How far is 6? But 6 is not.
No, 6 is not. It's like it was floating in the air, then Okar pulled it 10 feet farther away.
Okay.
Whew. It's a long fight.
Did I somehow have them both targeted?
You did.
Oh.
I was just going at Brock 6.
Okay. So 7 gives HP. Okie doke.
As the other part of that spell that I totally forgot, you can then teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of one of the targets you hit or missed. I technically missed him, but can I get to the ground within 5 feet of it?
Yes. Of 7?
Cool.
Yes.
I would like to take that teleport, yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so did you say it was 3 criticals that I got, or 4? I don't remember.
3.
Okay, so those are done. So I'm going to shoot another guiding bolt.
Yeah, man. Same fight.
But it will miss, and that's at second level because I'm out of first level slots.
Alright, Brock 6. What will it do? It's going to go back to the Demon Grinder and attack it. Victor.
Alright, so I am on top of the demon grinder. Now,
You are. getting off?
So, if I'm like right on top of it, what's in?
If you're right on top of what? Sorry.
If I went off the Demon Grinder, what's in melee range of me?
7.
So I'm going to slash my blade at it. The lightning's going to arc across its body, and the lightning will then split a divine radiance around between the tendrils of it, and I'll be divine smiting as well.
Nora. Oh man.
Up on the Demon Grinder, Jandorum. Can he get to a point where he can attack Rock 7?
Yes.
Or Rock 6? Either one. Doesn't really matter.
Yes.
Cool. He'll go attack Rock 6. Not at the Demon Grinder. That's better. One more Divine Smite.
Yay, you killed it.
Rock 7.
It will attack the Demon Grinder. Because it hurt, like, well, no, it wouldn't. No, yeah, it's going to do it anyways.
Last one that's up, I'm going to, seeing that Thorn Whip cause a little bit of problem, I'll Frostbite. And that'll be it. I'm going to move back 10 feet, but that's it.
Julius,
Alright,
you are right. Yeah, you are right underneath of it, essentially. Like, its tail thing is, like, right there.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'm going to bonus action, press the button, turn the thing into the flame tongue, and I will cast the booming blade.
Suffer your own critical damage and lose any inspiration you have.
Ouch. Jules sliced off his jewels.
I was gonna say, kill him. Jules, give me a dexterity saving throw, please, as this rock starts falling back. Go ahead and reroll that. You jump out of the way as this big ass thing comes landing right next to you. Okay. You're out of combat.
Alright, I'm gonna cure
Are
Jules.
we sure this time? Are we sure we're out of combat? Nothing else is gonna come out.
Well, Not now. Not right now. I mean, you are right outside an old flying fortress. With that
Demon Grinder's pretty beat up.
is
So is Julius.
let's you guys can heal up and everything. Come go ahead and take a break after that. Like come back at I don't know, fuck, 15 after or 17 after. Just good God. I did not expect that fight to last 3 hours.
Yeah, that one was grueling.
I mean, that's like what 700 hit points worth of fight right there with 6 rocks.
Yeah.
We probably got a lot of XP for it though.
You might.
Level 11.
You have to find out when you have a long rest.
That is true.
Yeah.
So I'll healing word myself and Jules. Everybody else is about the same, so I'll leave it.
I have an odd
Alright.
question for you. Do you have healing spirit prepared?
Me, no, I don't want to use it because I think it's broken.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll assume that Jinko jumps out and starts gathering up all the harpoons and putting them back in the vehicle.
Okay, you'd be doing that for a little bit because they're like all over this area.
Yeah, well, he's got good movement. He'll be able to get around and get them all.
I've got to say, Eagle, I completely agree with you on the healing spirit.
I don't know. I don't think it's that broken. I think it's fine.
Well, it does 10d6 of healing to the entire party.
Over. Yeah,
10
but that's
minutes.
no worse. It's no worse than prayer of healing. It
Yeah,
still
but it's
takes time.
It's like a second level spell, though, right?
Yeah, prayer of healing is the first level spell though.
Oh, yeah. So I agree that it's a
All right.
little overpowered.
I'm going to go.
I mean,
to the
it
doctor
still
'cause
takes
holy
people
cow.
moving through it. Like, it's not you just sit there. You still have to move through and travel through the area. Out of combat, yeah, it's a little broken, but like in combat,
Oh,
it
in combat,
would
yeah,
do
it's fine.
anything.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
But I mean, it's no different than taking a short rest at the end of the day. You're just spending a spell slot and taking it instead of taking the rest.
Is there a feat that gives you advantage on Constitution saves?
Warcaster.
Yep.
Well, for concentration saves for Warcaster, but
Yeah, I think I'll be taking that because that way I'll have a much better chance of staying in my polymorphed form for a while.
do you have proficiency on Constitution saving throws?
No.
You can also take Resilient Con, so you'd get +1 to Con plus and add proficiency to Con saves with that. Warcaster will give you advantage though, which is almost better.
Yeah. And when I'm in that form, I get +5 on my die. So with advantage, that should be, unless I roll a 1, I should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 1s or something.
But the best part is you can Guiding Bolt people as an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or hold person as an attack of opportunity. That's even better.
Yeah. So what did Chad realize halfway through that the clouds of stuff were not a reaction?
I believe that they're actions.
Yeah, they are actions.
Action on it and a recharge of 5 or 6. That's
Right.
why I was like, wait. It's like, wow, this is much harder with a reaction.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fucking hell, that's done.
I wonder what happened to Jin Dorim this week.
He wasn't here last week either.
No, but he told us he wasn't going to be here last week. He didn't say anything this week. Chad saw him briefly get on Discord on his phone and then drop off again.
Hopefully he's not going through something like I'm going through right now.
You alright?
Uh, Looks like 21 years of marriage is going to be ending in divorce. My wife is a alcoholic who, over the past year, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse, and I just can't do it anymore.
Oh, that's awful. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And her daughter, who's 28 years old, is right in it with me. She's just about done with her mom. It's just awful.
Well, at least you can be there for her and her for you. At least you've got someone who can empathise with you.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah, that's shitty. I could honestly, I couldn't imagine that.
One of my close friends when I was growing up, he was an alcoholic, and it was heartbreaking in seeing him go down that path. And we all tried to help him, and eventually he started coming around, and he'd been, I think, sober for about 3 months, and he was crossing a road to go visit his mother and was actually knocked down and killed by a drunk driver. And the irony was just so painful, it was unreal.
Wow.
Jeez.
I don't know what started the story I missed there, but wow, they did that. Wow, that sounds awful.
Since I already used Channel Divinity for Jindorum, that should technically not be an option.
Okay. And no, Chad did not realize that it was actually an accident until after the fight was over. Chad was just tired of continuing to do that and being in that fight. So yeah. Anyways, moving on.
The rocks could have ran away, Chad. They could have ran away.
But you're trying to go inside of this thing.
Retreating is always an option, Chad.
No, it is not.
Yeah, those rocks were fearless.
And just imagine if they all
So
fall
is mending working on healing the demon ground?
I would say he could heal like 20 points back on it. I mean, it's like a little square foot, and you had 8 rocks that like decimating it.
But like, if he spent an hour, just constantly casting mending, could he get it back to full?
I mean, if you want to sit here and try and do that and risk, random encounters.
Oh no, I'm not talking right now. I'm just saying theoretically.
Like, while we're driving.
Might be able to heal a little bit of it up, but there's a lot of damage. Okay. So now you look at this. Like, okay, where's it at? So you can scale up the wreck's torn outer hull. You can see one of the decks that are exposed. It's roughly 70 feet up off the ground at the lowest point. Climbing the outside of the wreck without proper gear requires athletics. Just for sake's interest, I would assume y'all would get up there or help each other up there somehow. So you are now inside of the wreck.
I would just assume now that Lulu's bigger, she can just fly us all up one by one.
And now, of course, everybody's tiny. God damn it. I hate these stupid things sometimes.
So, Chad, one thing you can do is you can remove the grid and then resize the grid to the proportions you want, so that each square is always 5 feet.
Well, I guess I didn't do that because yeah. But okay. So now you guys are having to climb a bunch of different decks. You gotta get to the main deck, basically. The lower decks, they're riddled with a bunch of different holes, allowing you guys easy access to the fortress interior. You're just moving through ruins of the lower decks. Looking around, you see a bunch of, a definite battle happened here. Some are new skeletons, like new bodies. Others are, pretty decayed. Devils, demons. It's pretty ripe and ratchet in here. Yeah, so you're able to get in here, and you get to almost to the main deck, and then this is where. Why did I even throw a mask on here? Son of a bitch. It's been a long day. There. So all that other stuff you did not see.
What other stuff?
Exactly. Yeah, so go whenever you are ready. Should be able to free move around.
I'll hang in the back with Lulu.
Yep, she's definitely down in here. Yep, hiding. So Victor, you come out and you look down the hall and you see. What are they? You see this.
Yay, well,
That is what you see.
they are fucking horrifying.
First time I've seen a slug with bones.
Yeah. They're
How
kind
big are
of.
they?
A bone whelk.
They are a large monstrosity.
Jindorm, are they undead?
That's a great question. Are they undead?
Does he have to do like something special? I can't remember.
Action for divine sense, anything
Okay.
within 60 feet.
I don't know if it counts. They are not.
Yeah, celestial, fey, fiend, undead.
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
Undead, yes, but within 60 feet.
So they are undead?
Jindorm senses something undead within 60 feet of him.
Okay, are there any fiends or stuff as well? Because you don't pick one, it just does celestial, fiend, or undead. As long as they're not behind total cover.
You do not sense. Sure. Unless you think they're supposed to be fiends and you know what they are, I don't know. I'm just assuming because I'm looking at it and it does not say.
No. I don't know what they are. I've never seen a stat block for that thing.
Yeah, if it's a monstrosity, then it's not an undead.
Yeah, I was just curious because I was like, can I sense anything on the other walls if they're not behind cover? It's your cool. And Jindorum will turn and nod and say that they are not undead.
Have these things seen us?
Nope, they are slugging the other way.
Do they appear to be aggressive or just sliming along?
They are sliming along, doing slug things.
This is when that facing arrow really comes in handy, because seeing these things upside down is hilarious.
I agree. So
Does anybody have any salt? If we have some salt, I think we can take these down fairly easily.
I mean, you could just bleed Julius. That's what Julius.
So what do you guys want to do?
So, what were we told in terms of where we would find these rocks?
On the main deck, that's where you guys are heading. Like you're climbing up and up.
So
towards the main deck.
we've got to climb up onto the main deck and
Right.
then search for them.
That is correct.
Are there any like small-ish, less than 5-pound rocks around that I can pick up with me?
Yes, you may pick up 2.
Okay, cool. I will use Mage Hand to pick up one of these, like, I guess medium-sized, smallish rocks, and I'm going to have the Mage Hand chuck it down the hall.
Okay. Chuck it down where? How far are you trying to throw?
Like, hit that part, essentially.
Okay, it will stop. What it's doing? Oh, let's see. It'll stop like so. It's sliming. It stops. It looks like that and starts sliming slowly towards it.
And stealth checks and run across? Question mark.
As this one continues sliming that way because it's not paying attention to the rock.
Victor, would you like me to imbue your weapon with holy energy?
Yes, that seems appropriate. I like this idea.
I'll reach over and I will reach up into the air. You'll see a divine holy light come down, infuse my body with it, and I will cast holy weapon on Victor.
What a beautiful 5th level spell slot.
So it creates, sheds light, and we'll do extra 2d8 of radiant damage on a hit. And that lasts for an hour.
Do you have the 2d8 radiant extra
Let's try doing damage to your weapon, see if that works. No. Okay. You'll
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I was just typing that. So yeah, there you go. Oh, you did it to yourself. Ah, that's it. So that works on yourself. Does that work on other people?
I think so. You imbue a weapon you touch. Yeah, the range is touch. It's not self. Yeah, I would say just add the effect.
But yeah, like for just table talk purposes, are we gonna Metal Gear Solid this, or are we gonna like Deus Machina bring the wrath of everything to them?
I'm not familiar with either of those games.
Oh, okay. Stealthy or hit them until they die?
I'm not sure we're going to be sneaking past these things.
And this one slimes.
Well, if Oakart casts Pass Without Trace on us, we might be able to.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Ouch.
I believe somebody else said they picked it up, and I decided not to get it, at least on Eagle.
That sucks.
Oh, I have it. It's one of my domain spells. I could cast it on the party if that's what you guys want to do. Try to stealth.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, if we get detected or there's more of these, then it's another fight.
How many can you do with the password without trace?
Everybody.
But so
Did that work?
if a creature straight up sees you, that doesn't really affect anything, right?
Oh no, it's a concentration. I can't do it. I've got the concentration on the other spell. Sorry. I'll take it off of everybody.
Okay. I mean, Jules can scout ahead if you'd like. I mean, I have I can go invisible. I can do the thing.
Yeah, Jinko can probably accompany him. I've got +8 to stealth.
Where's that? No, wrong one.
Victor is horrendous at stealth.
Hopefully there's no zombies.
I'm pretty good at stealth. If I transform into something that can't be seen.
Does 40 make me stealthy?
Jesus, Junko.
Oh.
20, because apparently you still had 2 pass without a trace on you.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I will cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. And stop.
Wait, dang it, 1 second. Before he moved.
Because I know there's a couple of them watching this, so.
I was going to use the 3rd level spell slot and target Jinko as well with the invisibility.
No, I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
I'll just slink from place to place.
And as you step there, you see into this room. 2 more, and they see you.
Even with a 20 stealth?
You're standing right next to it.
When you say they see you, do you mean like they really understand who we are at the root of our being?
Yes. I mean, you came right next to. You like walked right up to it.
All right, do we get a surprise round or are we straight into initiative?
You can have a surprise round. Yes, they know you in the biblical sense.
So you got slime on your butt.
Kinky.
So yeah, seeing Jinko attacking something behind, yes, go ahead and attack.
Exactly. Have you blinded me, or is that a mistake?
That's from the weapon also blinds.
So it blinds the user.
No. Let me take that off you, Victor. Sorry.
I'm unfamiliar with the spell. I didn't know if that was something.
It's the first time I've cast it. As a bonus action on my turn, I can dismiss the spell and cause the weapon to emit a burst of radiance. Each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet must make a con save. On a failed save, the creature takes 48 radiant damage and is blinded for a minute.
That's pretty
On a
epic.
successful save, he takes half damage and is not blinded. And then they can make a save at the end of each of their turns to break out of the blindness. Pretty cool spell.
So this thing starts to slime and moves that much.
Who would have thought snails were slow?
I know, right?
They don't have slugs in the UK, right?
We have plenty of them.
Snails without the shell?
Yep.
Alright,
there we go.
Jules will move 25 feet there. He's currently invisible.
I like that one. Let's try this.
And he will stay invisible for now. And he's going to hold his action in... Never mind. Gendorum. Gendorum moves 30 feet up this way, and... Actually, he's gonna die. And he'll move beside Jinko.
And he will expend a key point for Flurry of Blow.
Oh, you killed that one. So let's see, where's the odds? 'Cause he
So
does-
the second one is pushed back 15 feet from me.
Alright, and when you kill him, see, when he dies, he emits a blood-curdling shriek that can be heard to a range of 120 feet. The shriek causes non-magical organic material within 10 feet of the bone whelk to rot. Each creature within 10 feet of the bone whelk, when it dies, takes 8 or 9 or 2d8 necrotic damage. And then this one's pushed back there. Does that one not die?
I got line of sight on Bone Whelk 1.
Yes.
Pull out my wand of magic missiles. Why did that do that? Okay. Take off 6 points, please.
Alright. And 9.
And I'm gonna fix my thing. And that will be my turn.
The one turns around and slugs right there. This one will slug right there. Victor.
Victor just puts his hand on his forehead, and he looks like he's really struggling with something. Like something's booming inside his head, and he's visibly shaking. He looks like he's in a lot of agony, and he's unable to act at the moment.
pushed by Victor, seeing that he's doing something's going on with them. I'll go there. I can see Bone Wilt number 3. I will Frostbite
Alright, nice.
failure.
It
All
also
right, and that'll be it.
It lets out a blood-curdling shriek that echoes throughout this chamber, but nothing happens because no one's in range. Lulu says, "Can I fight Victor? Are you okay?"
Victor looks around at Lulu, and his usual blue eyes are a crimson.
Ew. She gets scared again and starts flying up to Exacto and hangs with Exacto. Walk 1, we'll slug. 2, we'll slug. Jinko.
Wait, what?
So despite knowing that,
Oh, those guys aren't visible on the combat tracker.
Who?
I
Or
can
their
see it.
initiative. Oh, their initiative order is just weird then. Okay, cool.
Yeah. They both rolled a 7, like it's weird. Did I skip? No, wait, who did?
Wait,
Oh shit, no.
are we in a new round?
I fucked that up. I apologize. It is Julius's turn. I don't know why I went there.
That's all good. I was just confused. I was like, oh, well, I guess they're on a combat tracker and you forgot to make them visible. It's all good.
No, I totally screwed up. I apologize.
Just assuming I'm not doing anything. Good job. So mean. Okay, I have to ask this question because I'm just wondering how you're gonna rule this. If I use my bonus action to transform my... Actually, no. It's already the Flame Tongue Rapier because I did that before and I never switched it back. Perfect. Okay. Flame Tongue Rapier is on the invisibility. I'm going to walk up to Bonewelk, please. And I will attack it with the Flame Tongue Rapier. Do I have advantage because I'm invisible?
Yes.
I'm sure this will all go fine. And Jules puts his hands on his head and drops to one knee, but fights to
But what?
fights to get back up. I'm basically not willingly falling prone.
Okay.
And Gendorum will come over and do the longsword thing.
Oh, sorry, Ralph. Come here. Hey, thank you for that follow, Candyman Misses. And as you do so, it lets out a blood-curdling shriek.
That's as far as Gendorum can get.
Okay.
well, it looks like ranged attacks are probably best to finish these guys off, but that's not Junko's style. And he will expend another key point for his Flurry of Blows.
And that falls down, letting out a blood-curdling shriek. Oops, where's you at? There you go.
These things are nothing if not consistent.
This is true. Who did I? Yeah.
All right, I think at this juncture, are we out of combat?
You are.
All right, I'm going to do a mass healing word on everyone.
And Jinko, looking down to, up to your north, you see basically deep inside this wreck, there's a 10-foot diameter cylindrical pipe made of iron that runs almost the full length of this fortress. That's what you guys have kind of been following. And that leads directly up into the main command deck.
Okay, I'll pass that on to the rest of the party.
Okar
Hey,
will go
Victor.
over.
How are you doing, man?
Victor looks over at Exacto, his eyes back to his usual blue. I'm fine.
What happened?
I don't know, I just got a really bad headache as soon as I entered in here. Victor's unaware that his eyes changed colour, by the way.
Yeah, Victor, your eyes were like dark crimson. It was scary.
Well, I'm sorry to scare you, but something's not right. I feel off about this place. I think it's best we move on, get out of here as quickly as possible.
All right, you see the entrance to the pipe.
So the pipe appears to be the only way to move up through this vessel.
That is correct. Like all around, all the other decks are like kind of like.
Ignore
screwed.
that. Everyone else ignore that.
I should have deleted it, right? Or did I not delete it?
There we go. I forgot /R. That worked.
Alright, so climbing up, or coming up, you're able to climb up into it.
Whoa, I'm not climbing into it yet.
Okay, oh, you see, like, the way to get in there, you have to climb up into it.
Okay. Ideally, I'd want to see if there's some kind of light source we could put in there first.
Okay.
Victor's got a very nice light source on his weapon.
Victor, will you put your weapon in my tunnel?
Oh my god.
Gladly.
Okay, so with that, you see the tunnel illuminating and ending in one spot and then going up north. And before you do that, coming from out of said tunnel, a nice looking, deathly idiot, crazy thing type of centipede.
That looks like a Ramor has.
And we will end it here.
A cliffhanger again. Dun, dun,
Damn it, Chad.
It's one of those battles. It's not going to be a 3-hour fight, but it might not be short either.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, good
hopefully,
session.
yeah, hopefully everything works out for you.
Thanks.
All right, I'll see you
Thank you,
next
Stream.
week. I've got to be up early. I'm actually doing 15-hour shifts every day this week, so I've got that to look forward to.
Ew, I heard you.
Wow. What do you do?